Hi friends, welcome to Real Life on the Homestead in Ontario. And I'm sorry, I know, I have been away from my YouTube channel, but it is Real Life on the Homestead. And trust me, it has been such a busy fall between getting wood ready for the wood stoves over winter, clearing out the garden and getting rid of the waste, harvesting animals, getting the chicken coop ready for winter. It's been busy, so I apologize. But as I've always said, I'm not doing a YouTube channel to become famous. I'm doing a YouTube channel to share my experiences. And ultimately, it is real life. And priorities are the homestead over YouTube videos. But I need to fuel myself. It's a really rainy, damp day, and I got to do stuff outside. And I thought, let me share with you what I'm making for my carnivore breakfast, just to see how I fuel up my day and keep the energy going. As always, I like to do my bacon in the oven, so I just spread it out on a parchment paper, then place in the oven for 20 minutes, and look at this beauty. I do flip them halfway through, and don't get rid of that fat. Remember, bacon fat is amazing. I always keep spare meatballs in the fridge. They're a great snack. I could just quickly heat them up or eat them cold. They're delicious cold. But I'm going to be throwing them into my egg bites. These meatballs were actually a mix of 2 Italian sausage with 1 pound of beautiful beef. Just buttered my molds. And I might actually brush a little bit of that bacon fat. And if you've been with me for a while, you remember when I did my egg bites and then put a bunch in the freezer? Well, I defrosted this last night, trying to get that open with one hand. And in this one, what I did is I put some smoked Gouda last night as it defrosts. And let me show you my little trick for a delicious, different type of egg bite. I will link in the description box the video to making the plain egg bites. But this is what I do. Take one of my meatballs, drop it in there, and then just fill it with my egg mixture. And now these are going to go into the Instant Pot for 8 minutes. And then a natural release for 10. So I'm going to place those on my trivet and place them in the Instant Pot. Like I said, 8 minutes on high, and then a natural release for 10 minutes, and then release the rest of the pressure. Another yummy thing I like to do is see how I put the butter browning in there. I am going to throw in a few of my meatballs. They're 2 ounces each, so this is 8 ounces, which is a half a pound. And I'll throw in a couple of my pre-cooked bacon pieces. And then I will fry up a couple of eggs, and that's my breakfast for today. Browning the butter gives it so much delicious flavor, but don't forget your salt, my friends. Always salt. And then I take that butter, let's move those meatballs out of the way. Take that brown butter and I like to put it over the eggs as they cook. It makes it scrumptious. Every single little bit of fat on this pan is going on my plate because it's the good fat from the bacon, the butter, and any fat that's coming out of my sausage. This, my friends, is an 80-20 breakfast, which means 80% fat, 20% protein, and this is perfect for a good, healthy start to the day. Now, what am I doing with my egg bites? Well, I just took them out of the Instant Pot, and let me share with you what they look like. Grab a fork here. Now, these are a great breakfast meal, but I really like them as a snack throughout the day. I'm trying to do this one-handed, not working the best. But look at these. These are beautiful. I like these throughout the day as a snack. High in protein and easy, so easy. These are great warm, but the nice thing is you can have them in the fridge and just grab one and pop them in your mouth, and they work just as well as a warmed up meal. They're a great cold snack. This is how I'm gonna fuel myself to get started and get back on the homestead doing everything I gotta get done. It's time to dig in. I'm going to grab a piece of my meatball, some of my egg. Yep, so delicious, so satisfying. I hope you're liking our channel. Please make sure that you share with your friends. And I promise I will get back to making videos. Things are starting to wind down, so you'll be seeing me cook more of my carnivore meals, as well as the standard American diet stuff that I make for my family, because they still choose to eat that way, and I'm not here to judge. So I will be sharing recipes that I make for my family regularly. Some people want to know how to make that pecan pie for American Thanksgiving and Christmas. I have a recipe for multi-pie shells, and if you're going to be doing them for holiday baking, I think I'll show you the big batch of pie shells, as well as biscotti. A whole bunch of people have asked me, how do I make my biscotti? So since I'm going to be making it for my neighbors as Christmas gifts, might as well do a video and show you how to do those. No, they're not carnivore meals, but I do cook regular standard American diet for everybody, and I'll throw in some of my own carnivore meals to share with you. Anyway, go out, live your best life, and we'll see you next time. I promise it'll be soon.